Is it just me? Or does everything fail when you think it's going really, really well? Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back to Lost My Ducks Season 2. So I recorded the podcast yesterday, and I was like, oh, this is so good. And I really liked it. And then I watched it back. Okay. My hair was so greasy. When I tell you, and I got some names wrong, and I was like, oh my God, okay. And I thought it was like on fire yesterday, and I guess it really, really, really wasn't. So we're doing this today, and I did watch it a couple times, so I'm like, okay, so I'll have like the same energy and the same. Well, I'll always have the same response because that's just who I am. I wanted to talk today just about some comments that have been left. And like my last episode about the whole Trisha Paytas Colleen thing, there was a gal, and like I love comments because I love the conversation. And I had no idea that this was a thing until I love Mayo 123. There's her. She left a comment. Like, oh my God. So she writes, there is a whole subculture called OnlyFans so you don't have to, where people buy and react to OF and laugh. It pretty much comes with the territory of the site at this point, so it's not that crazy, unfortunately. The key point is the minors they were sent to. Trisha herself has posted her nudes all over the internet for free and gone into great detail about what an exhibitionist she is. Hell, one of those pics that was sent to Johnny was from her public Instagram. Trisha isn't ashamed or embarrassed. She's literally been vocal and welcoming of this, as long as you pay for the ones behind the paywall. It's the sending it to minors that's the actual issue. And then she goes on to say, oh, and she has had her Snap and old Insta shut down for posting free and graphic nudes. I knew that part, but I said to her, I honestly didn't know there was a subculture of stealing people's OF and making fun of them. That's kind of sick. As for Trisha, I know she's toxic AF. I just feel that Colleen did all of it with intention, whether she paid or not. She sought it out and sent it to a group chat with minors. I hope something can be done about her. Also, thanks for watching. Oh my God. So I didn't know this comment was left 2 days ago. So I did not know that there was this whole subculture of people making fun of other people's OnlyFans. So I looked into it. And I hopped on Reddit because we all know if there's going to be really toxic shit going on, it's going to be on Reddit, right? So I hopped on Reddit, and lo and behold, there's a couple, like some of them you have to subscribe to, so I just subscribed to them. There's a couple of OnlyFans subreddits on there, and one of them is just like an advice thing. There's no like nudes plastered everywhere and, the usual OF stuff. So I was reading through some of the comments on there, and these girls were saying, like, yes, this absolutely happens. And it's even worse because when they're trying to promote themselves in other subreddits, the moderators, like if they don't like the way you look or they don't like some part of your body, or they'll block you and ban you and like vote down your posts and all kinds of stuff. They will also, like, if you have a very specific niche or fetish or whatever that you do, other creators on there will downvote your stuff so they can get in on that niche or that fetish, and so you get essentially booted off, right? I was like, wow. One, I think the moderators, most of them on Reddit, are very toxic and very misogynistic and very gatekeeping and very just, oh, well, I don't like that. But it's a subreddit, so it's supposed to be about a discussion, right? That's what Reddit's supposed to be, is a discussion, not like a bashing system. And one girl in the comments, I think it was a girl, said that she actually reported the one mod to the other moderators, and her stuff was posted back up in this OnlyFans thing because it was the one moderator who didn't like her and deleted all of her posts. I was like, oh wow. I have pretty much stopped posting in Reddit altogether, except for like merge dragons. I'll like post the odd like, oh, look at this trade I got. Yeah, I know, merge dragons. Anyways, on to other comments. I just thought that was like so strange. Like, why would you guys do that? I understand there's competition, but like at the same time, you know, I'm all about like helping other people kind of like get their buck, because I know I'm not for everyone and there's other people out there that are. That's all there is to it, right? And I think that's having an actual media background. You kind of know. You're taught you are going to be constantly critiqued. You're going to be constantly, people are always going to be coming at you, and not everybody's going to like you. And the moment you realize that not everybody's going to like you and you're not for everybody, the moment life gets way easier. Anywho, there are other comments on here. So I did like the chive baked potato one, and the little baked potato bites from Starbucks. And this is one of the things with the eating videos, or like the taste test videos. People don't realize Baberino is sitting in the car next to me 90% of the time. Okay. So this one girl, her XI posted on my chive video, most healthiest 27-year-old in America. Or American. I got news for you. News flash. I'm Canadian. And I'm not 27. Add 11 years. I'm 38. So thanks. Thanks for the comment. And like another girl on there posted like, oh my God, you had me at potato. And I'm just like, for me, it was chive. They are literally my favorite. I love putting chives on like everything. I have not put them on ice cream yet. I would try it though. I would absolutely try chives on ice cream. To the point, like I buy the dehydrated chives, so I always have them. Right? Right. So there's a lot of comments, and like people are asking, oh, how's Baberino doing? Someone never shopped at Torrid but heard great things. Even Camper Gal 6140, thanks. I've been wanting to try one for our Starbucks mango dragon fruit. It was delicious. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of like really positive comments, but then we get to, I don't even know if this was a positive or a negative. I think it was just like a back and forth. And it was My New York 165. No, we had like a back and forth, okay? This is my other phone. Anyways, it was about when I dyed my hair a couple weeks ago. I would say like 2 weeks ago. So I am so used to being like really light blonde with just, or crazy bullshit. Like if you've watched this channel, you know what goes on this channel sometimes. And I did my hair and it came out so much darker than I thought because it was a double pigment. And I mixed 2 double pigments. I think I mixed Na99 or 9Na double pigment and like a 6NN. So that's neutral. It's like double. If it's got the NN, it's double pigment, or AA, it's double pigment. If it's just like one letter, like a 9A, it's just a single pigment. So it's just not, the thing with double pigment is really good at covering stuff up, or like if you have really stubborn grays, you would use a double pigment. So I used a double pigment. And I was like mortified. So when I liked it in the video, and then the next day I had a meltdown about it. I was like, this is too much. It looks kind of green. I hate it. I hate everything I hate my hair. I hate my life. I had a meltdown and I posted the video. And I called it hair transformation fail because in my eyes it was a fail. And I am very much, I don't go in and change the titles. And maybe I should now. I think I'm going to change it now that we're like talking about this. She said, "Why do you say that it's a fail? It looks good." And I said, "Because I wanted it to be a lot lighter, but it still looks good. Also, putting fail in can get views." So it was clickbait then. And honestly, at the time, I didn't think about it because it was in my brain, it was a fail. I was like, oh my God, I look so stupid. It's washed out a bunch now and it looks, I quite like it. It's almost my natural hair color. Um, and I said, I guess, never thought of it like that. As in, my eyes, it was a fail. It turned out way too dark and now I'm stuck with it. But you said that you liked it in the end. So it doesn't sound like it was a fail after all. I do like it. It just wasn't what I was going for. And the day after, I did have a bit of a meltdown about it because it was so dark. She never responded back. And like, yeah, I guess it is a little clickbaity, but honestly, like when you're having a freak out about your hair and you're having a meltdown about your hair, oops. I apologize for that. There's a lot of like new subs on here that are like, oh, like we really like your stuff. Like even the Wagyu beef burger video from last week. We had a comment, Crimson Ink contribute. I think that's what it is. My wife and I ate these burgers while watching your video. They definitely have a unique smell and slightly sweet flavor. We agree that it's not worth $12 for only 4 burgers, but your point about the cost of a few McDonald's burgers versus these is well taken. We think these would probably taste better on the barbecue. We would rate these a 6 out of 10. We will try them again, but only if they're on sale. So they had tried the ones with the Unami Wagyu beef burgers, which I can't have because I'm allergic to mushrooms. But yeah, and it was just nice to hear that like people are actually taking my advice and like it's a big thing because like especially with those burgers and like with the cost of food lately, it's like yay, thank you for taking my advice. I do think we also buy the keg burgers. So if you go to the keg and buy a burger, it is $18 or $19. The whole box of them at Superstore is 17 for 6. And well, yes, that's a little bit of expensive, but $17 for 6 burgers that I would normally pay $18 to $19 for one at the restaurant. Do you know what I mean? Like, let's be realistic. Let's be realistic. So, I've also been doing like a lot of like mascara reviews on here, like full day wear tests. And people are seeming to like them. They don't get a lot of views, but they eventually, like, a lot of people will comment on them and be like, oh, thank you. You just saved me $12. Some people disagree because mascara works differently for everybody. So that it's awesome. I'm glad that, like, people are watching that stuff. I'm glad we're having a conversation about it. I'm glad that you guys are enjoying the content. Do you know what I mean? It makes me happy. Like, it really does make me happy. So, we're going to keep doing this. And I hope that everybody comments. Like, if you made it this far in the podcast, leave a smiley emoji. That's going to be like my new thing. I'll ask you guys to leave an emoji at some point. But yeah, like, that's the new thing. That is absolutely the new thing is let's comment. Let's have this conversation. And maybe once a month we'll go through some of the, like, my favorite comments. I'll come on here and we'll chat about it a bit and some of them, like some of the really positive ones, like I just, this one girl, Vanessa Garcia. I hope I said your name right. I love the ash blonde. It looks great. And like I'm happy. I like it now. Like I like it now that it's washed out a bit, okay? But yeah, it's good. It's great to have the conversation. It's fun to have the conversation. Let's keep having the conversation. That being said, let's like and subscribe to Josie's videos and maybe even turn on the notifications, because notifications are great. And then you can know when new stuff is coming up. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys do like and subscribe. And I hope you do enjoy the weekend and have a good Saturday and Sunday and a good rest of the week. And just enjoy life. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.